Hi, my name is Marty Estelle. I'm a certified substance abuse counselor, and I also have a degree in alcohol and drug counseling. And I'm from the United States, Los Angeles area, California. And I'm grateful to be here today. I found out about the St. Francis Sober Living Center through my brother, Matt, who was on vacation down here a couple months ago. He met Father Eduardo from San Pedro Roman Catholic Church, and Father Eduardo told him about their vision to open up a sober living center in San Pedro, Belize, because there was a real need for it. There was a place for the people to get sober and to get detoxed, but there was nowhere to go after detox. And my brother connected me with Father Eduardo because I own a sober living in the United States in Pomona, California. My sober living is the Brick House Sober Living in Pomona. And I've been open for over 25 years, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of alcoholics and drug addicts recover from addiction. And that's what I do for fun and for free. And I just love that part of my life. I myself am a recovering alcoholic. I got sober over 31 years ago, and I suffered terribly from alcoholism and drug addiction. And I found the rooms of recovery on January 22nd of 1990, and I've been here ever since. So what happened next was, when I found out about Father Eduardo's vision, I got right involved right away and made arrangements to come down here. And when I got here, the day I got here, Father Eduardo had found our very first client. His name is Ricky. We'll come back to him later. And I'm here to help. I brought my experience, strength, and hope to help the house open with structured sober living. I brought drug test kits. I brought the intake paperwork and the rules and everything they need to open up a structured sober living. I brought it in an extra suitcase. And here we are today. The center, the St. Francis Sober Living Center, has been open now for about 4 or 5 days. And we are helping alcoholics and addicts in the country of Belize, in San Pedro. And this has just been really exciting for me. I have trained the staff. There's about 5 or 6 people on the staff. I can't name them all, but it's Saul, Father Eduardo, Bob, Franco, Lemos, and a couple of other guys who are all very interested in helping the island recover from addiction and alcoholism. So I'm here, and I'm here to help.
Hello, my name is Saul, and I am from San Pedro. I was born in San Pedro in 1964, and I work for the recovery groups in San Pedro and Belize and the country of Belize. And today I'm here as the leader of St. Francis Recovery Center in San Pedro, which just opened its doors to the public, to all of those who would like to recover from the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction. Today we are glad to say that finally, after 1 year of working really hard in this project, we have managed to open our doors. So I thought it would be right to cover a couple of topics that people are always asking for. I'm thinking that the first topic I should cover is, who is an alcoholic? You know, we get that questions non-stop. You know, people, families, friends asking, how do I know he or she is an alcoholic? And we have material that has been prepared especially for the public so that the public can understand who is an alcoholic. And we have the signs that characterize a person who has lost control over alcohol consumption. And they are drinking when not planned. To make several attempts to stop drinking suddenly without having success. The occasional loss of memory, what we commonly know as blackouts. Also to feel an uncontrollable desire for one more drink. To stop drinking for a while, only to fall again into long periods of alcoholism. And to fall prey to remorse and guilt. When I came to the programs of recovery from alcoholism, I did not know what to expect. But I got a great package. First article on that package was the understanding of my problem. How could I work on a problem that I did not understand? And our program includes first the explanation of what is alcoholism, who is an alcoholic, and it is the experience of many years and of thousands of alcoholics. So the explanation is what helped me to admit that I was an alcoholic, because we all come to that point where we don't know what it is, so therefore we cannot admit that we have a problem far bigger than we can handle. So I thought it'd be good to talk a little bit about our program of recovery, which we do here at St. Francis Sober Living Center in San Pedro. Our program is based on 5 basic points of recovery. The number 1 is the admission of alcoholism. Number 2, the analysis of personality and mental healing. Number 3, resetting of personal relationships. 4, dependence on a higher power. 5, working with others. These are the 5 basic points that come in the form of 12 steps of recovery that we do here in St. Francis Sober Living Center. It is the same process, recovery process that is used worldwide in many support groups and rehabilitation centers for many problems. Among those, alcoholism and drug addiction. So we know that it works, that it's working for big fellowships that are millions strong in 183 countries. Another good thing about this program, of a 12-step program, is that since the fellowship is international, I can go anywhere and have the support system I need to maintain my sobriety. Also, our country of Belize has about 15 groups of recovery spread out throughout our country. And we know that even though we're not a lot of us, we have some good recovery, some nice, solid people in recovery that help us in the process of recovery as a fellowship, as a support system, as a society. Our tiny country of Belize has a big alcohol problem, and we are here to help with that problem. We are here with our doors open. The sober living fee rent is $50 a week, that is $200 a month, but does not include food. The sober living center we have here, St. Francis, that is a program that can do the 3 phases of recovery, which include the detox program, which we do in collaboration with the local medical facilities, as well as the treatment phase of the program, which is a 30-day program, which deals with the actual physical and introduction of the 12-step program. And it includes also the support system, which we do in collaboration with the local recovery groups of San Pedro. Here in San Pedro, we are very fortunate that we have plenty of recovery meetings. That is about 12 meetings a week, and not only in alcohol but also in the drug addiction problem. So that is a very important part of our process. After we finish the treatment phase of it, which is the 30 days, then the person is allowed to find a job on the outside, and he can work and pay his rent here at the sober living house. We are trying to create a pilot project for the rest of our country to show that sober living is a great, probably necessary part of our society, that it is not being done enough, or probably places that do it do not have the support system that go with it. So we're hoping that the San Pedro project has a good probability of success.
Okay, my name is Ricky Bush. I am one of the first persons coming into St. Francis Rehabilitation Center. I was met by this big guy. He's a small guy, but he's very big. His name is Martin Estelles. He's the one that picked me up the streets. I was a drug addict and alcoholic, thrown on the streets. And now I can say I'm not a total rehabilitated person. I'm just starting, but I will stay in this program as long as it takes. And as he said, if anybody wants to come in, feel free to come to Mr. Saul, and he would send you into the rehabilitation house. I'm the first one, but there's room for more. And I wanted to do this for myself. I still love myself. I could say Mr. Martin or anybody else, but as I said, I want to do it for myself. And I force myself to do this and stay in this. I can say it's great. It feels great to be here. It feels great that people love you. People still look out for you, which a lot of us don't think. We thought life is it, that's it. But there's people out there looking for you and that love you, and I can bring you back. Mr. Saul, Mr. Martin, the Father Eduardo, they're the ones that picked me up and made me a clean person for these days. And I will try to stay sober, and I invite people, if you're sick, you feel like you want to come to this rehabilitation center behind me, and believe you me, it works. It works, and with the advice of these guys that have 30 years of sobriety, it helps me a lot, and I will stay sober for the rest of the time that I have to. And I don't know about anybody else, but if anybody is sick around you and you know them, tell them, hey, this place in San Pedro, come see these guys. And they will be helpful. These guys are all the help we need, believe me.
And there are ways that you too can help if you'd like to donate to the facility, the St. Francis Sober Living Center. You can go to the website, the San Pedro Roman Catholic Church website, and there is a link where you can donate money to help the recovery center. right there on the page. And if you're not sure, you can contact San Pedro Roman Catholic Church, and Father Eduardo is your contact person. If you have any family members, or if you know anybody that might be able to benefit from a St. Francis Sober Living Center here in San Pedro, Belize, feel free to contact Father Eduardo or Saul. But if you, again, like I said, if you know somebody that might be suffering from alcoholism or drug addiction, or if you yourself might think that you might have a problem, we're here for you. I'm here for you. You can always find me and connect with this facility through me in regards to my, I'm connected with my Sober Living in Pomona. It's called the Brick House Sober Living in Pomona. And I'd be more than happy to connect you. And if there's anybody that wants to donate, again, go to San Pedro Roman Catholic Church in San Pedro, Belize, and there is a link on their website to donate, or you can contact Marty Estelle at 909-227-1172.
I am sober, and I know you can be sober. So if you have that problem, contact Mr. Saul, and they will bring you into sobriety. You might be living together with me and cooking together and eating, having fun here. Look at this environment. Who wouldn't like to be here for a sobriety?